Good evening, everyone. It's Friday, April 3rd, and we're back with another edition of the Poem of the Day. I want to thank everyone who's been checking these out, and it's been really nice. Like, I've had so much fun, and it's brought me so much peace in a really stressful time. Getting to read everyone else's poems and their selections and see their videos and stuff like that. So thanks again for everything. Thank you to everyone, new viewers, old viewers. Thank you for checking these out. Thanks to Mr. Richardson for starting this up and inspiring us all, and Miss Bissett, who's really taken the organizational aspect and knocked it out of the park. And thanks to Dr. Janger and Mr. McCarthy and everyone, the whole admin team, for supporting us in all of this. It's very, very, very much appreciated, and it's cool to see something like Ponder Remote, and thanks to ACMI and stuff like that for organizing and helping give us a channel to reach out. I've got some pretty ominous lighting situation here. I can't tell if I'm interrogating myself or what, but in any event, here we are. So thank you again. Thank you for all of the good energy, the support across the board. I've been talking about Rita Dove for a couple of days now. Rita Dove was the poet laureate, I think. It's either from 1993 to 95 or from 95 to 97. I can't exactly remember. I apologize. I'm sorry, Rita Dove. I'd read Billy Collins in high school, as I'm sure you've heard me ramble on about ad nauseum. But when I got to college, I knew I wanted to teach English. And when I got to college, Rita Dove was the first poet I had read in class for college level poetry. And we had a magnificent professor, Dr. Anderson, who was so excitable, and he just had such a great energy. If we poked fun at him, it was only because he could take it, and he embraced it. He had a really soothing voice, and when we would talk about, when we bring up a good point or a good observation, he's which really, it sticks out for so many reasons. He played a big part in me feeling good about pursuing ELA and pursuing teaching ELA. So thanks to Dr. Anderson for being another supporter in this long journey that I've been on. So I've told you I've been writing out everything. This is what it looks like when I write out. I write like a doctor, apparently. Thank you to all the doctors, by the way. Not making fun of you. I have been writing out the poems so that I can become more familiar with them before I recite them, because even though I'm making a mistake or two in every reading, you don't like to do that. So in any event, today I will be reading from the actual text, which is Thomas and Beulah, by Miss Rita Dove. This is the text that I did pick up in college, and I've got, my notes are embarrassing in volume and in context and things. I destroyed this book. It's embarrassing, and I know I put pressure on myself a little bit because I said I was going to read something from Rita Dove, and I couldn't figure it. I was sure I was going to read this poem, and then oh no, definitely this poem. I think over the course of the day, which was kind of a stressful day for a bunch of different reasons, I read the volume like 3 or 4 times, And each time I was like, no, this is the poem. This is the poem that I want to read. In any event, I settled on a poem called Weathering Out. And so I would like to read you a poem from this collection called Thomas and Beulah, which is a sort of tribute to her parents, I believe. You know, this story of them. You know, it's almost like it's like memoir and poetry. And yeah, so this is called Weathering Out by Rita Dove. She liked mornings the best. Thomas gone to look for work, her coffee flushed with milk. Outside autumn trees, blousy and dripping. Past the 7th month, she couldn't see her feet, so she floated from room to room, house shoes flapping, navigating corners in wonder. When she leaned against a door jamb to yawn, she disappeared entirely. Last week, they had taken a bus at dawn to the new air dock. The hangar slid open in segments, and the Zeppelin nosed forward in its silver envelope. The man walked it out gingerly, like a poodle, then tied it to a mast and went back inside. Beulah felt just that large and placid, a lake. She glistened from cocoa butter smoothed in when Thomas returned every evening, nearly in tears. He'd lean an ear on her belly and say, "Little fellow's really talking," though to her it was more like the pock, pock, pock of a fingernail tapping a thick cream lampshade. Sometimes during the night she woke and found him asleep there, and the child sleeping too. The coffee was good, but too little. Outside everything shivered in tinfoil. Only the clover between the cobblestones hung stubbornly on, green as an afterthought. I have a lot of notes in here that as I look back at, you know, I think freshman, sophomore in college me, I've grown up a lot, and I think that's what's supposed to happen, of course. But it's a beautiful volume of poetry, and you know, you should check it out if you're at all interested in that. It's so lovely and moving and sad and just it's wonderful. It's a really beautiful tribute from Rita Dove to her parents. So yeah, so I'll leave you with that. I want to thank you again for joining and for all of the good energy and the good vibes. Tomorrow, I think I know what I'm going to read. I might be doubling up on a poet again, tripling up, whatever. So I just want to say thank you. Hello again to all of my students. I hope you're well. Take care of yourselves. Let me know if you need anything. And we will be back tomorrow for a Saturday edition of the Poem of the Day. Take care of yourselves, wash your hands, and be good to each other. All right. Bye-bye.